I've brought Earl Grey tea, just the way Bassie would have wanted. Goes down smooth. Happy Star Wars Day to anybody who, happens to be celebrating. If it's not part of your religion, then I'm sorry. So enough of you liked this on the main channel to get this done, but not enough to keep it going, because this episode is exclusively on this channel, and it is going to stay on this channel. So make sure we hit 10 likes if you want to see more.
Public school, a private institution that prizes tradition and discipline. The drudge system, a brotherly relationship that exists only here. The headmaster,
Is this more metaphor for people being tied up because of old rules that exist? And drowning under the drowning is like the pressure and suffocation of the other people who are in charge of you and make the rules? Is this the metaphor here?
Authority who never shows himself. The Prefects, 4 senior boys who reign over 4 rival boarding houses.
4 senior, okay? I thought it was like 4 ya boys.
Stymied by Weston's unique rules, my investigation has made no progress.
No, I'm tied up by the ropes of
The walls within this
inability to do
treacherous
things.
garden. I make a cruel decision.
Ooh, that's not good. Is that like in Hercules when they cut the lifeline and then you die? Is CL dead? Did he dead? Yeah, spooky, scary skeleton. His butler in disguise. I would like to say that I feel like I talked before Sebastian, so again, I am the first Sebastian that you get to hear this here episode.
Good afternoon, Master Michaelis.
Good afternoon. Oh, I was made aware that Macmillan is Scottish. The only reason why I say that he wasn't Scottish, that he should be Irish, is because I'm pretty sure that the Mick in the last name is specifically Irish. Hold on. It is both Skyrish. It is both Scottish and Irish. Maybe I'm thinking of the O's. Maybe that's the one that's only Irish, which has the same meaning, but they're both Gaelic, apparently, which I thought also was only Irish. Anyway, that was my misunderstanding, was knowing the differences. Anyway, that was my understanding. Anyway.
Each of Weston College's 4 boarding houses has a small staff that sees to its daily tasks. A dame to look after domestic affairs.
A dame.
To prepare the food. A footman to wait at table. But the housemaster is the only one among them who is also an educator. Each morning he heads to the schoolhouse with his boys and teaches lessons in his specialty. Each evening he returns to the house and helps his boys with their studies during quiet hour. In other words, a housemaster devotes the majority of his day to the students. It is a demanding job. Which concerns my young master, not in the slightest.
Organize Clayton's bookshelves. Clayton's tailcoat is missing a button. Mend it. Bring a golden syrup pudding for Clayton's tea today.
Clayton, alright, I'm still remembering because it's every week. Every week on Sundays, be sure to smash enough like buttons before Sunday morning. Clayton...
Not in the slightest.
Yes, so this is Clayton. This is CL trying to get on Clayton's good graces.
Organize Clayton's bookshelves. Clayton's tailcoat is missing a button. Mend it. Bring a golden syrup pudding for Clayton's tea today. And mine too.
He readily accepts all manner of tasks because he knows I'll be the one to do them. I have enough. To get on with. As it is.
Poor Bassie. He's just trying to work, but it's such a great dynamic. I love it.
There, that should do nicely. Let's see. Next is my...
It sure is a good thing that Sebastian works with demonic speed. Leave a comment if you understand that reference.
School were the first formers.
Or smash like, even.
Well, no peace unto the wicked, I suppose.
What's the actual... No peace for the... He said wicked. because obviously he's a demon. And oh, no peace for the weary is the one I was thinking of. Wicked is also one. So is that a Bible reference? Bible reference! Bible reference!
Poor Phantom Hive. Must be rotten having to do so many errands. It takes me an entire morning's drudge time just to replace a single button on a tailcoat. It's dreadfully unfair, Clayton taking advantage like this. He runs you ragged since you don't have a drudge master.
It's not so bad, really. I have a little trick for completing tasks quickly.
You do? Perhaps you'll teach it to me sometime.
Lamau.
It's truly amazing how well you've set...
Well, Macmillan, what are your thoughts on selling your soul?
Apparently, the seniors are speculating about whose drudge you'll be. Someone might even make you a proposal soon. And
Who's gonna
between you and
propose?
me, I think it'll probably be Clayton.
I hope you're right. I would be honored.
Quiet down. It's time to begin our lesson.
Macmillan had better be right. I mean to become Clayton's drudge, whatever it takes.
Alright, so I've got a theory before we go too far. I don't think that he becomes his drudge. He's got to become somebody else's. It's a senior. We don't know anyone, so it's probably not going to be a random character. But something tells me it's not going to be what CL wants. Yes, weightlifting. How proper.
It seems you're empty. Would you care for another cup?
Honey senpai.
Yes, I would indeed. No one brews a better pot of tea than you do, Maurice.
Oh, you flatter me, sir.
Can we get some respect for the femboys in this show?
If I had a nickel for every time there was a femboy in this show, I'd have 2 nickels, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
Say, have you heard? The new boy is doing well, or so everyone's been saying.
Ah, yes. I admit I have been rather curious about him. Lawrence's little cutie pie.
Do not refer to me by my first name. It's against the rules.
Yes, it's against the
You're
rules
such
to
a
call
stick in
him
the mud,
Lawrence.
Only prefects and their guests are allowed.
Average 3-year-old. Okay, also me though. Like that's absolutely something that I do. It's not I make some very bad drinks. Sometimes I make a good one. Like yesterday, I took, like, you know how you get the red juice to make a Shirley Temple and you put it in a Sprite or a 7-Up or whatever? Well, I did that and I put it in a root beer and it worked. It was like actually kind of cool. Don't judge me. I can feel it through the screen.
Clayton, what do you think of the new boy?
Clayton.
His work is impressive. He does tasks well, and quite quickly. Most importantly, his teas are positively exceptional. They could be the work of an elite French chef.
Uh-oh. Now they have to figure out who's the best tea maker. Now that everybody thinks
And,
CL makes it.
Who excels at preparing tea? Well, that seems a bit odd.
Indeed, but he claims it's his hobby.
What is an earl? Sounds more like a butler.
So,
Lol.
an eccentric, eh? If that's the case, it could explain his little visit to my house.
His what?
During drudge time the other day, he paid Purple House a call, alone.
Oh, you're sure it was him. With his workload, I'm surprised you'd have the time.
He was wearing an eye patch. That's a hard detail to mistake.
What possible reason could he have to go to Violet Wolf House?
What possible
He's as talented
reason?
as you say, I wish he'd been assigned to me. He certainly has the social status. The head of an earldom. Not many boys his age can say the same, you know.
What?
I'm sorry, but may I speak freely, Greenhill?
I couldn't hear you! Try again!
May I speak freely, Greenhill?
Will you grant me leave to speak freely?
Well done! Edward Midford, let your voice be heard!
That I will, sir! Redmond, you said this new boy was an earl, correct? I'm curious. By any chance might his name be CL Phantom Hive?
You're familiar with him, then?
Yes. Phantom Hive is my cousin, and Lizzie's. Sorry, he's my sister's betrothed. Truth be told, I never imagined he would enroll here at Weston College.
Really? Every spoiled brat in the whole of England ends up here. Why so surprised?
I thought he was still recovering from our time aboard the Campania.
Oh, the majestic Star Line sunken cruise liner? We must have him over to tell us how he managed to survive.
Sir?
Please, Redmond, you're being indelicate. Many souls were lost that day, don't forget.
I merely wish to hear the
I feel like
darling
he's the wrong one to talk about being delicate. I get that we're trying to figure out, like, we get to know who's who, what their characters are like. You know, there's the odd one who blows bubbles in their mixed drinks, and the one who's super sporty and lifts weights. You know, the one who's always reading and is a Kyoya character, and then there's just the guy who just doesn't sit in a chair. You know what? For the rest of the episode, this is gonna hurt, by the way. I'm gonna sit like Redmond. If I wasn't so close to my desk, I would spin, like, just for the rest of time. Alright, let's go.
And let's be honest, who here isn't eager to sample his celebrated tea and cakes?
Yes, they do sound amazing. And Phantom Hive even more so. Though, oh dear, what if visiting with older students proves to be too much for the new boy to handle? We might scare the poor thing.
That shouldn't be cause for concern. I am often harsh with him. He's family, so I make quite a point of it. Still, he's done a fine job of succeeding his father, and he has earned my respect as a man.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. Let's invite him, yes?
Sounds like Jonathan Joestar.
And you, Violet?
Could be interesting, I suppose.
So, that's 3 eyes. And how about you, Lawrence?
Very well.
Lawrence.
But only if you address me as Bluer.
Now, when shall we be?
If you only address me as my very unique name.
Splendid. I shall go tell him straight away. Strike while the iron's hot, as they say. And I can't wait to tell him.
Phantom Hive! Phantom Hive! Go quickly! Cole is calling for you! Hurry, you mustn't keep him waiting!
Is that the same character?
I'm not familiar with Cole.
You don't know
Okay,
Maurice
no.
Cole? He's the drudge for Scarlet Foxhouse's prefect. He's famous here.
He's the prettiest boy in all of Weston.
Oh,
Fanboy, let's go!
You must be Phantom Hive, yes? I'm Maurice Cole. I serve as drudge to Prefect Edgar Redmond.
There's something about the way
I am
he
quite
moves
well,
that
thank you.
bothers me.
So then, I'm here. You had called for me?
Oh, yes, of course. Many days, the prefects hold private meetings at the Swan Gazebo. Their drudges are also expected to attend. And today, we were discussing Weston's brilliant new student.
I see.
Your name was on all our lips. Now the prefects wish to speak with you. Tomorrow afternoon, if possible. So then, what say you to that, Phantom Hive?
Brilliant! This chance came sooner than I'd hoped. I'd be delighted to attend.
Really? How splendid. Remember, 4 o'clock at the Swan Gazebo. Until then, Phantom Hive.
Yes, at tea time.
You're invited to the Swan Gazebo?
Look at CL. He's actually surrounded by people his own height. I wish I could find people my height. Most of them reside at daycares. That's stretching.
Think you can manage the remainder?
Yes, sir. It's starting to make sense now.
What a good teacher. I wish Bashley would teach me a thing or two.
See you tomorrow. Good night.
Yes, and to you as well.
Master Michaelis, I was hoping you could help me with a lesson I'm having trouble with.
Come in, then.
You seem awfully popular with your students. Housemaster Michaelis.
Oh my gosh, is that Sebastian? I didn't even notice.
And my straightforward teaching style.
I doubt they'd feel the same if they knew how truly straightforward a teacher you can be. We've had a spot of luck. The P4 have called on me. It's at 4 o'clock tomorrow. This is my opportunity to woo the prefects and their inner circle. But before that, I require tea cakes.
Indeed, my lord.
I can't believe that I'm expected to bring tea to schoolboys.
Is it not adorably novel, though? You get to win them over by fattening their stomachs. Far easier than fattening their pockets, don't you think? However, I do have a prior engagement to supervise the cricketers tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Please, it's tea, not fisticuffs. I can handle this one myself. But in exchange, I order you, Sebastian, make me something that will stupefy the P4.
Yes, my lord. It shall be done.
No, it's really good
Come in.
that he could use to stupefy the mind and perplex the soul. Probably like a chair with lumbar support. Like a bag of Doritos. It'd be pretty fun. Or like Copics merch.
Where do you get the nerve to show up 2 hours late, Phantom Hive?
Wait, though. I was told to arrive at 4 o'clock.
What? Oh no, I was perfectly clear. I said 2 o'clock.
So that's his game, the sneak.
Making excuses! CL, that's highly unbecoming!
Edward? I knew he was enrolled at Weston, but I had no idea he was a prefect's drudge.
Edward.
I was a fool for having even the slightest faith in you. You failed me. But worse than that, you failed the expectations of your seniors. Get out!
Damn it all! He played me. I never should have taken him at his word.
My heart bleeds, Master. You didn't even think to raise your guard. All because he's a student. People always envy those who excel. It's not as though you haven't encountered this before.
I do think it's really interesting seeing CL deal with like petty stuff as opposed to like outward like it is still mind games, but it is very interesting to see CL deal with like this sort of like it's all petty. It's not like crazy world-ending stuff. I mean, it is like when you think about the grander scheme of things, but it's like it's a new perspective, and I like that. It's a much simpler, more relatable, and still equally as infuriating situation.
I can't unbreak the appointment.
Understood. Will you be letting the matter drop then?
Of course not.
Yo, the poor strawberry.
Eating out of my hand in due time. And I'll settle my accounts with Cole, too.
Yo,
You'll rue the day
that was
you
aggressive.
thought you could waste my labors without recompense. Maurice Cole.
So then he pulls a Cartman and then creates a chili with his parents. Chopped up in it. Oh yes, I was quite, I already knew about your little plan to make chili and make me eat it with your pubes in it. But tell me, how does Mom and Dad chili taste? It's gonna be really morbid if you don't understand that reference.
I'd say his lies are effortless. I'd say pathologically so.
Really? Why do you think that?
Have you ever had a look at his hands?
No.
Drudge's hands are blistered and calloused. That's to be expected given the work their seniors assign them. And yet, Cole's hands are as smooth as porcelain, which means...
He's using the same underhanded methods that you are.
Mind your tongue. I'm merely delegating. Regardless, the ease with which he so categorically lied to me is proof enough that I'm right. I'd bet my life on it. Catching him in his lie would be easy enough, but that alone will not satisfy. I require total victory. Sebastian, find his other victims and uncover what damage he's inflicted upon them. Also, I want a thorough investigation into his patterns and habits.
Done.
I heard that he was over 2 hours late.
I'm amazed he wasn't expelled.
Blast. Seems the prefects wield more influence than I'd originally thought. Finding anyone willing to testify on my behalf is going to be difficult.
Is he
Except for Macmillan, who's a bestie.
It's all here, Cole.
Yes.
This hurts so much.
Just as you asked. Excellent work. You've been a great help. Let's keep this one between us.
Yes, of course. We were more than happy to help. Truly.
I'll need to decide on a drudge of my own soon. It's a shame I can only pick one of you. Well, cheerio.
It's a shame only one of you can pick me.
Yo, Bassie. Why does this episode just have even more like painful maneuvers to be in? All right, hold on. I'm under no obligation to do. This is. Just like Bassie would have wanted.
Good day, Redmond. I've collected the information you asked for.
Oh, jeez, hold on. Okay. Hold on. No tummy for you. OnlyFans is for that. Okay, I think we're good. Just find the space bar.
Jolly good, Redmond. Well hit.
Jolly good. Pip pip cheerio and all. Tuesday, innit?
That was for you, Liam. You're welcome. I hope, Liam, I hope you comment.
Well, well. Hungry for some advanced reading, are we? What form are you?
Sir, I'm Harcourt, a second former.
Goodness. Colour me impressed. It's rare to find someone your age who can read Hegel in the original German. You must be popular in your form, yes?
I'm nothing of the sort, sir. You see, all I do is read. Afraid I'm not good for much else.
Dear boy. What has you so troubled? Unburden yourself. I'm here to listen, after all.
No, please. No, please don't.
Cole insisted an invitation
Okay, cool.
to visit
Cool.
the prefects in the Swan gazebo had been delivered to me.
I thought we were about to have a
I never
nun
received
problem.
one. And yet then, somehow an invitation appeared in my desk. I wasn't lying, though. I hadn't seen it before then. Still, they all think I'm a liar now.
How sad you must feel. I'm sure it was painful, not being believed by anybody.
A whole bunch of femboys.
For there is at least one person who believes your story.
Thank you.
Be at peace, child. This misunderstanding will be cleared up one day soon. I've found 4 so far. I doubt they're Maurice Cole's only victims, given what they told me.
You see, I knew it.
Yes, you certainly did. I've also found evidence to support the theory that he uses others to carry out his drudge duties. For example, a soufflé glacé requires several hours of chilling before it can be served. It would be impossible to prepare within a day's drudge time.
I want to know about his movements inside Red House. But that would mean taking you away from your tasks in the morning. I need another pawn on the board. Someone inside his house. They could assist in finding Derek, too.
That's true, but I don't think it wise to force another vacancy at this point in time. It would draw too much attention. Even if we were able to get someone admitted, he wouldn't be able to choose which house he resided in. Breeding and disposition would determine that. This pawn would have to be a perfect fit.
Yes, I am well aware. Scarlet Fox only admits those of exceptionally high birth, young men with both status and obscene wealth.
So how does CL not fit into that category? How does most people not fit into that category?
Who has that and is special enough to be admitted with no vacancy? I know we're thinking of the same person, but I can't do it. Literally, I can't.
Pity. He meets all the criteria and is indeed quite special.
Alright, throw our guesses down. Throw our guesses down. But I'm gonna go with Soma. Although Grell would be hilarious, but I know that Sebastian wouldn't give that idea. I'm going Soma.
Damn. Needs must when the devil drives.
Let's go. Pre-watch. Not really. I didn't actually do that.
So this is school then? It's much bigger than expected. Almost as big as the estate back home.
I'm sorry, what? Almost as big as the estate back home. Okay, I can get out of this ridiculous position, right? I don't think I can. So anyway, a very good episode, because this episode at least didn't try to, you know, we had already been introduced to all the characters, so it is already a lot better, and I am now finally excited for the rest of the season. However, I'm not going to get to do it unless you start smashing that like button, because I need at least 10 of them to keep going. Otherwise, I can't react to this stuff. But this is very epic stuff. Very, very happy with it. Looks like Black Butler is coming back, and it's not pulling too many punches, but it is very interesting because it's not supernatural yet. It's not in that realm as it tends to be. It's not as much of a horror thriller. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully 10 more likes, please. 10 more likes.